Today's Bears breaking news is presented by LinkedIn Talent Solutions. And hey, if you're looking to grow your small business or looking to expand your company, look no further. LinkedIn Jobs is going to help you find the best and most qualified candidates out there. And you can post your job for free at linkedin.com/NFL Daily. That is linkedin.com/NFL Daily. Maybe the Philadelphia Eagles put out a job posting for a pass rusher because they just got a new one. The Chicago Bears are sending Robert Quinn to the Philadelphia Eagles as Ryan Poles makes his first in-season trade as general manager of this football team. Of course, he traded Khalil Mack in the offseason to the LA Chargers for a second-round pick. He now ships out Robert Quinn to the Philadelphia Eagles. Ian Rappaport, want to give credit here. He broke the news along with Mike Garafolo, saying that Quinn is getting traded to the Eagles, and the Eagles are simply reloading here. Here are the trade details, which Adam Schefter had. Fourth-round pick to Chicago for Robert Quinn. My initial reaction is I'm actually pleasantly surprised. And look, I like Robert Quinn a lot. He's a good player, but he hasn't really played like it this year. We've talked about this before, that he's been a very up and down kind of guy in his career. You know, he'll have a great year, then a not very good year, then a great year. That's kind of who he's been. And we're in one of those years where he's not playing super well. So to get a fourth for him is pretty solid. There are financial implications, which we'll talk about, but I think all in all, this is pretty fair for both sides. The Eagles add a veteran pass rusher as they look to contend for a Super Bowl, and the Bears get a fourth-round pick. Middle-round pick for a guy that's 32 years old and underperforming this year. I think that's pretty solid for Ryan Poles. What is your one-word reaction to the Robert Quinn trade to the Philadelphia Eagles? What do you guys think? One-word reaction to trading Quinn to the Eagles? Let me know down in the comments section. My one word is just fair. I think it's fair for everyone. I think it's fair for Philadelphia. You know, I thought you might get a fifth for Quinn. I think the Eagles say, okay, we'll throw you a fourth because we're going to be picking late in that round based on the way they're winning and losing right now, which they haven't lost yet. And they want to get their hands on a guy who last year showed he can be a beast. 18.5 sacks, but the year before, 2 sacks. The year before that, 11.5. The year before, 6.5. See this kind of topsy-turvy? This year he's kind of in a down year again, really in a down year with only 1 sack in 7 games. But for Robert Quinn, he gets to go play next to guys like Fletcher Cox in Philadelphia. They've got some other pieces on that front as well. So he gets to kind of, you know, re-energize himself with a veteran football team. And for the Bears, they make a move for the future without gutting this season. Robert Quinn was not making a huge impact on wins and losses through 7 games. Now, we'll see how the pass rush looks moving forward. I'm excited to see guys like Dominique Robinson and Trevis Gipson get even more opportunities, and this is kind of how I want to see it look with Al-Quadin Muhammad being your third edge rusher, who he's been okay this year, but I'm playing Gipson and Robinson more if I'm Matt Eberflus and Alan Williams, excuse me. I want to see these young bucks play because when Robinson's been playing, he's been showing out. And by the way, he was a 5th-round pick. And he's a rookie, balling out. Ryan Poles adds a 4th-round pick. Trevis Gipson in year 3 having a quality season as well. So I don't think it guts your defensive end position. I could see the Bears elevating someone from the practice squad at that spot potentially to give you more depth. But this is the NFL, man. Depending on where you are as a team, it makes sense to trade guys. And quite frankly, trading Robert Quinn made sense. And the fact that it wasn't just a 6th or 7th-round pick, that you get a 4th, I actually think that's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with this move overall. This is why you subscribe to the channel, because when the Bears make moves, a trade, a signing, whatever it is, we're going to break it down with the video. And if it's a big trade like this, we're definitely going to go live. So hit that subscribe button here on the channel and turn on the notification bell. That way you know when we go live, just like when we do for our watch parties, which will be live on Sunday for Bears Cowboys. So this is the channel for daily Bears videos, news, rumors, trade buzz, and more. So don't miss any of it. Now let's talk about the financials when it comes to this trade. This is kind of similar to the Von Miller deal last year. Remember when Von Miller got dealt to the LA Rams and the Broncos picked up most of that remaining contract for that season? That is what the Bears are doing here. They're going to pick up most of the remaining salary for Robert Quinn this year, which is just under $8 million. So for the Eagles, it only costs draft capital, but not a lot of money for this year. Now, assumingly, the Eagles will have to deal with the cap hits for the next 2 seasons, which will be like $13, $14 million, but if the Bears, which I think they are, I'll triple check this, but I think they are, wiped clean from Quinn after this year, they are now going to have about $125 million in cap space next offseason. You know what you can do with the $125 million? A damn lot. You can go get an edge rusher on the market to replace Quinn, who's younger. You can get some help for Justin Fields. You can make trades and absorb big contracts if you choose to do that, if you like someone on the trade market that is a younger piece for the future. This gives Ryan Poles flexibility, even more than he was already going to have. And on top of that, you get a middle round draft pick as well. Never a bad thing to have a lot of draft picks. So, again, I think it's a win-win. Philadelphia doesn't mortgage too much with the middle-round pick. Quinn goes to a contender, and the Bears get an extra pick and financial flexibility moving forward. I like this move for everyone. So what do you think? Who won the trade? Type CHI for the Bears, PHI for the Eagles, or type B for both. It could certainly be both. I'm kind of in that range as well, but I'm okay with this overall. CHI for the Bears, PHI for the Eagles. Now, the Eagles have a new employee, and the Bears might be looking for a new one to fill that roster spot. But LinkedIn Talent Solutions is going to help you find new employees and the best applicants possible, because they'll allow you to post your job for free at linkedin.com/NFL Daily. Add your job to their hiring frame on the LinkedIn profile once you create it at linkedin.com/NFL Daily. That'll spread the word that you are hiring. They have simple tools, really easy user face experience for you guys to go out and find those candidates. They'll quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. And guys, this is critical. Here at Chat Sports, we've hired a lot of people in the last 2 years, and as a young and small business that is still getting off the ground, you got to find the right people, and that is true for all of your businesses out there as well. Go to linkedin.com/NFL Daily. That is linkedin.com/NFL Daily. Post your job for free, and that'll give you the best chance to find the best candidates possible. We just hired 4 new people all through LinkedIn. They've worked out pretty well so far. Now, something we don't talk about enough when these big moves, these trades happen, is just the relationships aspect of it. Roquan Smith was in the middle of his press conference today, which, not intentional, this is just how these things happen, and he broke into tears. I mean, Robert Quinn's like a big brother to this guy, right? Like, he looked up to him. He said, that's his dude. These things are hard, man. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. I'm sure it's not easy for Ryan Poles to make a move like this in the middle of a season. So, there's a lot that goes into these things. And, Roquan is a leader of this team. Quinn's been a leader of this team, There will be some things that are missed with Robert Quinn leaving. Now, again, he's not playing great this year, but it's not as simple as, hey, we'll see you. You're an aging pass rusher. We don't need you. No, this is a guy that meant something to this locker room, that did a lot on the field and off the field. So, factor those things in as well. There's a lot of human element that goes into this stuff that we don't think about enough, but at the end of the day, it is a business. It is a business. Quinn said that in training camp. Remember his press conference? He was asked, did you request a trade? He said, no, I've been traded a lot, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. Kind of stinks on that regard. The good news is at least he's getting traded to a contender. So Robert Quinn heading to the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see if any more moves could come for the Bears. I'll actually ask you guys that question. Do you think the Bears should make another trade between now and the trade deadline on Tuesday? Type Y for yes, type in for no. You certainly could argue it. You certainly could argue that they could make another trade. Could Roquan get dealt? I don't know. Could they trade for a piece on offense? Possibly. We'll have to wait and see what Ryan Poles has up his sleeve. All right, before we wrap up this news, this is where the Bears sit in the NFC North at 3-4. Packers in there as well. Minnesota, kind of the clear favorite right now to win the division. But again, I said it earlier, I've said it again. This move doesn't just end your season. There's still stuff to play for. There's still development that needs to happen, especially with the quarterback, Justin Fields. We said coming into the year, Robert Quinn's probably not a long-term piece. He's traded. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Now, Bears have a big one this Sunday against one of Quinn's former teams, the Dallas Cowboys, who are 10-point favorites. And I had a full preview on the channel earlier today. Go check it out and subscribe. Like I said, should be a lot of fun coming up this Sunday as the Bears take on the Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. So there you have it. Robert Quinn heading to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 4th-round pick. You would have known this news as soon as it happened if you followed me on Twitter, so make sure you do that at HGramNFL, and of course, hit that subscribe button for more Bears news.